It's rain. I'm so done with all this weather. Wait for the gate to open. So, understand. Oh, freedom. Freedom. Dear goodness. Hello to me. Traffic. Alright. What a day. What a day. So, so done with today. So done. Bunch of cars. All pissed off at me because I'm in the left lane. What the traffic's like out on 167. I don't know. Yeah. So, it was just a blah sort of day. So, hi Mason. Um, got my coffee, got to work, was told that the maintenance guy's got my keys, sitting at my desk, doing my paperwork, kind of waiting it out. I'm looking at the clock, and I'm like, holy hell, I'll let the trustees in here pretty soon. So I called down. So where is the maintenance guy? Is that the noise that I'm hearing outside, outside the building? Are they working on my dry storage? Well, apparently so. It's like, oh my God. Good morning to you too. It's like, wow. So I'm like trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I mean, everybody was just crabby today. God. Good morning. Oh, everything just felt so off to everybody. So we all have a green light. Why are we not moving? Um, so there's just no reason. So I closed my door to the kitchen, between my kitchen and my office, and I hit the button. Can you please open the back door? I need to go out to the freezer. Yeah. Okay. Don't understand. So, hey Viper. Uh, so here I am. Like, go outside, and there's the maintenance guy. He's working on my busted up door, and he's got that all torn apart. He's like, yeah, this is really a mess. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And so I said, are you done with my keys? Can I borrow my keys so I can get into the freezer, at least? And I'll give them right back to you? Oh, I don't need them anymore now. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, can I have my keys so I can go to the freezer? Oh, yeah. Here. Hands me my keys. Open up the freezer. And like grabbing some stuff, grabbing this and grabbing that, and grabbing this and grabbing that. And then needed something else out of the dry storage. So yeah, hell with it, I'll just wait till later. Yeah, and so I'm like, okay. Uh, Yeah, there's a whole lot of dealerships. I'm not paying attention to the name. Tiger. Um, so go back into the kitchen and like need to go out front, grab my paper, and come back to the kitchen. It's like call back to the kitchen. I have my trustees, please. Yeah. Okay. So somebody's not in a good mood today. Why? So all day it was like that. It's like everybody seemed to like they're cranky. I don't know if it's because of the weather. I mean, it's just gray, and as you can see, it's sprinkling, and current temperature is 56 degrees. Pretty typical weather for Western Washington. So I don't know. Rinconcito, God, I love that place. I love their tacos. They got great tacos there. So here we are, getting everything all ready, and one of my trustees has pulled all of the or is pulling all the shelving away completely from the area, pushing it out into the kitchen, to walk in, and he's sweeping and mopping, and then grabbing another cart or gorilla rack that's on wheels, and is like sweeping and mopping underneath that one, and just doing a freaking fantastic job cleaning up my cooler, uh, which I'm getting a little tired of finding oranges under. It's like, come on. Yes, all the dealerships, including the one where we bought the used Kia, but it looks like it's under a different name now. I wonder if Timmy's friend has sold his dealership. Don't recommend them. That guy got taken for a lot for over that Kia Soul. Um, and, and the motor takes a crap. God dang, this guy's got a lot of spit here in the Prius. Um, so I don't think anything of it. Get everything ready. We get everything served out. You know, and then took a break and came back and started fiddle farting around with all the paperwork and stuff like that. Looking at the clock and seeing, okay, so it's just past noon. Where's my Cisco order? So I decided to wait a little while longer, and you know, 3 o'clock came along, and it was the next break to send all the trustees back to their dorm, and like calling uh I call Cisco and like punch in the or I tell the automated system to tell me where's my truck, and they're like, oh, your truck is scheduled to arrive between 9 and noon. I'm like looking at the clock, I'm like big hands on the 12 and little hands on the 3. I'm like, oh crap, are they delivering it tomorrow instead? So I go through the automated system some more, and I'm like, customer service. I hate speaking to these stupid phone trees. Um, so I'm like, all right, can you tell me where my truck is? Oh, well, let me check. Shows here that Oh, I see what the problem is. I can barely understand this woman. She's talking really, really fast. She has a really, really, really heavy accent. And I'm like, can you please slow down a little bit? Slow down a little bit. You're talking too fast. Can't understand you. So she starts talking a little louder. Oh, I'm sorry. And all of a sudden, bleh. It's like, oh my God, just slow down a little bit. Okay, so I only caught half of that. Can you repeat the last half of it? So I made her repeat herself like numerous times, and because she put me on hold for like over 20 minutes, and I'm like, 20 minutes that I could have done something else. So here we are, on hold, on hold, on hold. So she comes back, and she's just talking a mile a minute. I'm like, all right, can you please repeat yourself slower? She must have thought I was like special needs or something. But the thing of it is that with all of the background noise that was going on her phone, I could not understand half of what she was saying to me. It's not because I don't hear too well, even though my hearing is not the greatest. I should probably go and get a hearing check. But I'm beneath a whole lot of stuff, hood systems, lots of banging noise, etc., etc. And of course, I have to get stuck under the overpass so I don't lose signal. I did yesterday, but I think it was because of the train. And so I'm like, never mind. I'll just wait and see when they show up. Just never mind. I couldn't understand, and I hung up the phone on her. So I'm waiting and waiting. All of a sudden, it's like control room calls over the intercom. You got a delivery out back. I'm like, okay, let me close my door, and I'll, need to be wrung out. So I close the door, and she unlocks both exterior doors because there's a little hallway, and then there's another door that actually leads outside. And so the truck driver's like, how do I get in here? I'm like, well, you're already in here. What do you mean? You just get back in your truck, pull all your stuff down, and bring it to me. That's how you get in here. Am I supposed to deliver here? I said, yep. That's why I'm standing here. Really, really irritated. Just looking at me like, but he was being kind of rude. And and so he's like, no, where am I supposed to go? I'm like, right here. Right here. This door here. Dry stuff goes in this door. The rest of it goes inside. Not hard. Really, really, really irritated at this point. Very irritated. And he's like, no, where am I supposed to park am I supposed to back in? Well, you could, but you have no way to do that now that you're already in the driveway, unless you go all the way out to the street, back around the corner, pull forward, back yourself back in. You're not gonna be able to. Well, can I go through the gate? Well, you could, but you're not gonna get anywhere because it's too narrow, and you're not gonna be able to get your truck through. Oh, so how do the other truck drivers do it? They drive, park right where you're at. They get into the back, and then they drag it over here, and they start unloading. That's how they do it. realize that I was training a Cisco driver how to do their job. Well, how do I get out of here? Well, you came out the same way you came in. Well, how am I supposed to do that? I go, you're going to have to back around the corner. Or he told this guy, back around the corner, out into the main road, and hope and pray that people stop for you. This is why you should have come when you were supposed to be here, because if you come any later, you're going to get stuck in traffic. And, oh, well, they told me that I was going to get rejected if I came before 11 or before 11 o'clock. I go, here's the thing. If you show up at 11 o'clock, if you could get all of my stuff into my kitchen in 15 minutes or less from 11 o'clock, checked in and everything, we're not going to turn you down. As long as you can get my stuff in within 15 minutes. Because what I have to, all the things that I have to do in order to let you in the building, it's not that simple. I have to kick my trustees out. I have to shut this door. I have to wait for them to open the door and open the other door. And then I have to stand here and wait for you. I can't go back into the kitchen to resume cooking because I'm locked in. I'm locked in behind this door with you. And oh, so well, I got one more load to bring in. I'm like, oh my God, really? Just shut himself into the kitchen. I'm like, oh my God, you just locked yourself in my kitchen or in my dry storage with me. So hit the button. Can you open the back door? What do you mean? I'm like, can you open the back door? You need to let the Cisco driver out. Well, just say back door or say outside. I'm like, fine. Can you open it? So let the Cisco driver out, close the doors, call back to control room. Hey, can you open the kitchen door for me? Yeah. Start walking into the kitchen. Go and hit the button again and tell control I need to go out to the lobby. So I go out to she brings me out from that door, and then I go and get my paperwork, and I stick my head in the drawer and say, hey, can you send my trustees back to the kitchen, please? And then start walking toward the kitchen. I'm trying to kill some birds with one stone here. Accidentally locked them out, but at this point I really don't care. I'm just freaking tired, and I just, day. Yeah. Totally done with the day. And so trustees come back, and we start getting everything ready, getting the last of it all done, and everything went okay. We were like 5 minutes late, but hey, when my Cisco truck does not show up on time, this is what happens, okay? So give me a break. Nobody really complained at all, but I had already sent a message to my boss letting him know that Cisco has not shown up yet. So that was my day. 35 cases. Got it all put away. Everybody was being so helpful. All my trustees were being helpful. They're just being so super helpful. Super nice. Oh, can I help? Yeah, you can help. Oh, can I help? Yeah, you can help too. Oh, I want to help too. It's like, okay, guys, you can all help. Are you done with your stuff? Yeah? Okay. Here, chop up this chicken. Okay. So they were just so nice. And I'm losing my baker. Today was his last day. So made a little mini batch of cinnamon rolls as a send off. Special treat. And thank you for all your hard work, sort of thing. He was really happy. But, you know, everybody's like passing by the kitchen to see, oh, who's cooking the meal today? And getting sussed up and everything else. It was chicken fried rice for dinner tonight, so it was like, of course I made Hawaiian teriyaki sauce to go with the rice. As a spoon over. They freaking love that stuff. Um, the soy sauce that we get from this vendor, it's over on the East Coast. Their soy sauce kind of sucks. It doesn't even taste like soy sauce. It just tastes like, I don't know, lightly salted and very diluted. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm going to ask my boss, hey, I'm under budget, can I just buy a 5-gallon bucket of soy sauce from Cisco? Ask him to find me the price on that, because like, if I can remember, a 5-gallon bucket of soy sauce is only like, last time I had to order it was something to the effect of like $64 for a 5-gallon bucket. That's not really all that bad, for quality, a decent quality soy sauce. I'm not gonna say excellent quality soy sauce, because if it were, if it were going to my kitchen, I'd be getting good stuff, and there is a difference. So if you ever get a chance to go to a Japanese grocery store or an Asian grocery store, go check out their soy sauce aisle. You will find literally an aisle of nothing but soy sauces and maybe some, different rice wines, sake wines, or sake vinegars and stuff like that. Rice wine vinegar and stuff like that. Vinegars, different vinegars, usually down with soy sauce aisle. And it's just good stuff. And we have Wajimaya here in Washington State. I don't know if anybody has that. I'm not sure if they're just a Seattle thing or what. We have one in Renton, one in Bellevue, one in Seattle downtown, and I think another one in. I guess maybe that's the only one that's here, but we also have like Seafood City, which is a Filipino super grocery store. I mean, the thing is like the size of a freaking Target, basically, except for it's nothing but groceries. And it's really cool. It's a really cool little cafeteria that you can get, all sorts of Filipino food. But on the outside, because it's part of the actual South Hill or whatever the hell it is, Southfield or Westfield Mall. It was a direction of some sort, but it's on the outside of that mall, and there's a Jollibee. They have Filipino fried chicken and Filipino spaghetti and all sorts of other stuff. We got H Marts. They're pretty cool. I really love Wajimaya, but they're really expensive. Blinking lights, blinky, blinky, blinky. What's going on here? Department of Transportation. Yeah, occurred to me, there's some newer homes up here that used to not be here. No, you stay there. I don't know what the speed limit is through here. I think I'm going the speed limit. So, anyhow, that was my day. It was just, I told my baker who was getting released tonight, don't come back to jail. I don't want to see you ever again. You're gonna come back to jail. Wait until I'm dead. Just look at the newspaper under the obituaries, and if you see my name, then in the obituaries, then go out, cause shenanigans, possibly get arrested, go back to jail. So don't go back to jail again before I'm dead. Just look for me. Wow. So I just love this area. It's like, there's so much farmland out here. It's like it's beautiful green, lush green rolling hills. Of course, you can't really see it too well because of where they are. Um, but it's just a beautiful area. We're almost to the weekend. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Unfortunately, it's going to rain all weekend. Then again, it's like such a good change. One cow, one cow, two cows, three cows. My inner squirrel is a little squirrely today. It's extra squirrely. Pollen rolled up on my windshield. So I guess on Sunday we're gonna do furs. That should be fun. It's gonna be a lot of eggs. I'm sure Timmy's gonna be thrilled to death over that one. There's a trick to it. So if you want to cook along, this is what you're going to eat. So get a piece of paper and a pen. Make sure the pen works. You're going to need unsalted butter, bread flour, uh, vanilla, milk, a lot of eggs. You're going to want whole milk and a lot of eggs. And you're going to need some fairly decent quality chocolate. Um, Ghirardelli, or Linder, and yes, if I'm sure that if Derek at the Food Boat was here, he'd be like, "Oh no, you got to do this." Well, they don't have that in just about every grocery store across America. So I always recommend either or. Those large chocolate bars. Uh, do not get Hershey's. That's not real chocolate. Um, Linder or Ghirardelli are actually fairly decent. Uh, and vanilla bean or vanilla extract. We'll just do vanilla extract because not everybody has that kind of a budget. I know I don't have that kind of a budget. So just get a quality um, vanilla extract, not artificially flavored because stuff's gross. But you're gonna need lots and lots and lots of eggs. lots and lots of butter. Um, if you don't normally buy whole milk, just get a small container. You don't need a whole lot. It's not like a half pint or anything like that. You're going to need more than that. Or a pint. You're going to need like maybe a quart whole milk. Um, and then Monday we'll do dairy-free ice cream. I'll demonstrate that. I just don't know what flavor yet. Or should we do a real ice cream? Actually, you know what? I want to do a dog-friendly ice cream. So that's going to be unflavored oat milk, and we're going to want a small can of canned pumpkin. This is if you have an ice cream maker, okay? If you want to, go along with it and make it along with me. You're going to need a couple of ripe bananas, so get some, like, I don't know, two or three. Just set them aside and let them ripen. You want to get it to the point where they've got spots, because bananas in moderation are actually good for dogs. In moderation, however, a couple slices here and there, and some frozen blueberries, and let's see here, a small can of pumpkin. And we're gonna make some of our own scratch-made doggy ice cream. The pumpkin, the canned pumpkin is, just, if you want. Oh, and you're gonna need more eggs. Eggs are actually good for dogs, but we're not gonna put any sugar or artificial sweeteners in there for obvious reasons. We also put peanut butter in it as well. Um, but I'll talk all about all that. So, because I think the puppies need some puppy ice creams. And the kitties can have it too. Uh, if you don't want to get oat milk, you can get coconut milk. I'll probably use coconut milk. Coconut is actually good for dogs and cats in moderation. It it helps with skin conditions. It also helps freshen their breath. It's antimicrobial. Uh, Main Girl and Tiger and I had a very lengthy discussion uh, on just our own little private chat. I think we were just chatting amongst ourselves. I don't think we were actually. No, we were. I don't know. Anyway, so the three of us were talking about about the benefits to coconut oil and how to properly store it. Um, because coconut oil can be a little bit volatile. It has a shelf life, and it goes rancid rather quickly. Not nearly as quickly as argan oil. So best thing to do is keep your coconut oil in the refrigerator. Help keep it fresh. Private chat, Discord, yeah. I think there's three of us chatting about something personal about coconut oil. I got pulled into it. You know food science. Well, actually, as a matter of fact, yes, I do. Um, So, and if anybody wants to hear all about that, I could discuss that on tomorrow on the way to work. If anybody's interested, if you're interested, uh, just put it in the comments or in the live chat. Just type the word coconut oil, and somebody will keep track of who wants to hear all about the benefits to coconut oil, um, and then let me know when I get home. How many people actually have an interest in that sort of thing. Uh, Coconut oil is so good for you. It also helps. Uh, if your dog has like hot spots, flare-ups, where they're just itching, or if they have like a dry skin condition where they're itching and biting themselves and stuff like that. It's really good for that. If they chew on their paws, because even with people, like we have candida that's naturally occurring on our skin. Um, Usually in skin folds, especially like behind the ears is a great example. Also, staph that was came up in discussion was uh, uh, staph and strep. Uh, Back in the day when we were dealing with COVID in the very early days, they were like, "Don't touch your eyes, nose, mouth. Don't touch your face," and then go around touching things. They're like, "Don't touch your face." Um, and it's because bacteria and stuff can sit on the face, especially like in the creases of your nose, your eyelids, uh, behind your ears, especially. Um, like sometimes if you're one of those people that washes your hair only a couple times a week or once a week, uh, sometimes you get this weird buildup of ick behind your ears, and and when you can actually smell it, and it smells kind of yeasty. Or if you have like gauges in your ears, it's another great example. That stuff sits there and gets funky. It's gauge funk, especially if you're using like silicone or the acrylic plugs or tunnels. Yeah, that stuff could just it's gross. I got my ears gauged, but they're only they're not huge. They're not huge. They're 14 gauge. Uh, I think traditional ear piercings are like 20 or 22. Higher the number, the smaller they are. Uh, I think they're 14. Could be 12s, but they're not huge gauges. I can only wear stainless steel jewelry. I'm allergic to a lot of metals, including gold. One time when I was in like 7th or 8th grade, one of my childhood best friends gave me a necklace for my birthday, and didn't really think anything of it. And I had it on my neck, and I never took it off. And it took a while, but all of a sudden it's like I had this huge gaping wound that almost went all the way around my neck. I mean, and one of the teachers saw it and sent me to the nurse's office, and the nurse immediately called my parents and said, "You need to come get your kid. I think your kid has leprosy or something." it could be contagious. We don't want the other kids in the school to catch it. We need a doctor's note that says it's not contagious. Um, if you want your kids to come back to school. And it's like, leprosy, really? Yeah. Some schools are this, man. They're just, I don't know. So it turned out that it was the necklace that, it was horrible. It looked like my skin was falling off in big chunks all the way around my neck, or almost around my neck. And it took forever to heal. It was terrible. They did a freaking culture swab of it, sent it off to the lab to make sure. I got to stay home for like 4 days because of that, because we had to wait for the lab results, and make sure it wasn't some super bug or something like that. And it wasn't. It was just an allergic reaction. It basically, tore my skin all to hell. But yeah, so I got picked on a lot throughout public school, and it was just another thing to be picked on for.